Punch to the Face Radio here with Richie Boogeyman Martinez. Now, Mr. Martinez is going to be facing Lavelle Simpson at Titan FC 30. Richie, we appreciate you taking out time from training to talk with us here on the show.
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, thank you so much, man. Thank you for having me.
Now, you're going to be facing here Lavelle Simpson. Any thoughts, or have you got any kind of videotape or any idea in regards to what he's going to bring to the table here in your fight here on September 26th?
Yeah, man. Yeah, my coaches do all the studying, so they study him a little bit. We know that he's more of a striker type of fighter, and which is something that we really wanted for this fight because I've been doing a lot of striking, especially with my new camp, San Diego Combat Academy, and Team Hurricane Awesome. Coming out of that camp, it's like most of my teammates are strikers and stuff like that. So it gives me really it gave me a lot of good training for this fight specifically. So this fight definitely looked out for my striking and stuff like that. I'm trying to showcase as much striking, and I'm trying to show that I'm more than just a jiu-jitsu player and more of a martial artist.
Now, is it important for you in this bout to actually show that you do have hands and you can strike? Because we all know that you're working with Eddie Bravo, you're working with some other great Brazilian jiu-jitsu practitioners out there on the West Coast. Is it important to kind of showcase that you can throw hands, and that's also a dangerous aspect of your game?
Yes, definitely. Like for the past year and a half, I've been doing striking, but for the last year and a half, I've been like really focusing on my striking. And as a pro, I've been having like really fast fights, but it was something that we wanted to do. We wanted some fast fights just so I could, get people to notice me, get different organizations to notice me, and thankfully, Titan FC took notice and signed me to fight for them. And that was the main plan. But at the same time, we were really working a lot on my hands. And now that we're actually fighting on a bigger show, it's going to give me a chance to actually showcase what I've been working on and stuff like that. So I'm really excited and really motivated to show what I have other than jiu-jitsu.
Now, you're young in your career. You're only 3-0, but is there any pressure? Granted, now you've gotten a couple fights on your belt to maintain that. Is that something that's always in the back of your mind? Is that you're undefeated? You never want to let that go? Or is that just something too early in your career for you to focus on having that 0 there in your record?
I'm not really too worried about it. Like me, as some of you guys know, I come as I'm a break dancer, so it's like you lose and you win. So there's never really you're gonna be undefeated the whole time. So it's like I'm used to that. I'm used to letting things go to the hand of the judges and stuff like that. So I'm not really too worried about that. I already have the mentality of just go all out there and just leave it all on the line. And whether I win or lose, I'm going out there and I'm showcasing what I do best, and it's being a martial artist at the time.
Now, as you said, you touched on actually the breakdancing thing. Now, is that something that, as crazy as that sounds, is there any sort of parallels as far as the physicality of being a b-boy and being able to break dance to what you do and your dexterity in the cage or even in training doing jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like without b-boying, I wouldn't be a martial artist, to be honest. It was really good transitions from b-boying to being an MMA fighter. Just the movements, even the dancing. Not necessarily just the floor work, or just when you're standing, man. Like my boxing and my kickboxing is coming a long way because of my b-boying. My jiu-jitsu came along because of my b-boying. Without b-boying, I don't think I would be where I'm at right now. I wouldn't have progressed so fast. B-boys have such a different movement and such a different strength. And it's like you can never mimic a dancer. Like you can mimic boxers, you can mimic kickboxers, but when are you gonna be like, yo, you gotta bring in a b-boy for you can mimic him, for you can fight like this person, so I could train. You can't find that, So I definitely feel I have the edge on my striking because of it, and on my ground as well.
Now, as you said, you transitioned from breakdancing into MMA. What actually got you started or kind of got you intrigued with the sport of mixed martial arts and training in it?
My brother, Joe Martinez, he actually started before me, and me and him always grew up dancing together, like b-boy together. We're from the same crew, the Freak Show, and one day he's like, hey, come check me out, because then he started jiu-jitsu. He's like, hey, come check me out. I'm gonna do a tournament in LA, and I was like, all right, cool. So I went to go support him and stuff, and I seen him. He was maybe like 3-4 months into jiu-jitsu, and he went into a blue belt division because there was only a blue belt division, and so he went in there and he just mopped everybody up as a white belt, just barely started, and it was because of his dancing. You showed him a few locks, and man, I just thought it was amazing, and I'm like, I want to do that too. You know, like I love the competitive aspect of jiu-jitsu, and you know, once I started trying it, I just fell in love with it. It kept me humbled, and you know, that's one thing about me. Like it's like as long as I keep on getting humbled, I'm gonna keep on loving something. You know, so. Definitely, like jiu-jitsu and MMA always keep me humbled, and it always keeps me pushing harder to get better.
Now, one thing that's not humbling is you have one of maybe the most epic beards I've ever seen in MMA. I gotta point that out. Like, is that heavy on your face, or is that any kind of a distraction, maybe something that doesn't work to your advantage when you're grappling because you have so much hair there on your face? Does it ever, get pushed upwards or maybe affect your breathing in any way?
It has never affected me in any way possible, and it never has. I've been growing up for about 4 years now, and it has never, distracted me. It's never, affected me in any way. So I'm super stoked about it. I'm glad it hasn't, because I don't think I would be able to cut it, so I'm super stoked about that.
It's something that definitely can set you apart and make you marketable for guys in here in MMA, because everybody kind of has the same, I don't want to say box cutter look in a way, but you have the beard, you have the nickname the Boogeyman. Now, how did that name come about? Did you earn that from breakdancing, or did you actually get that when you transplanted here to MMA?
Yeah, no, I've had that since I was young. I've been dancing for 15 years. Like I'm still a competitive dancer. I still compete, and when I was growing up, that was my nickname. I was always bigger. I had a really big mohawk. My mohawk was about 15 inches, and it was scary, and it was not traditional. So people started calling me Boogeyman, and it just kind of stuck, and it made sense because Boogie, Boogie, dancing type of stuff, and then Boogeyman, it just made sense. It's scary and it's funky, so it just stuck. And man, since I was younger, it's been my nickname. And when I went into jiu-jitsu and MMA, it made even more sense. So it worked out perfectly.
Now, with a nickname like that, what is something that's actually scary to you that whether it be in MMA or in life, that you kind of say, okay, I don't want any part of that? What would actually scare the Boogeyman?
Now, to be honest, as far as I know, nothing. Maybe me. I'm pescatarian, so I don't eat meat. So maybe eating something oh, dude, that had some sort of meat. I'm oh, that's kind of scary to think about. But other than that, man, nothing really.
So all your opponents have to do is come away and come chase you down with a pack of hot dogs, and that may freak you out.
Yeah, put a big old cheeseburger in my face. Run away.
Now you really got a fast track and a fast start. As far as Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu goes, you're able to get your belts in that relatively fast, way quicker than anyone else. Now, like I said, I know you've worked with Eddie Bravo. You're there at San Diego Combat Sports Academy. Talk about how training is going here for this fight, and how that's all infused and worked together over the last couple of years.
I've been training with Eddie for a while now, for the last 3.5, almost 4 years, and I'm one of his fastest brown belts ever. So it was definitely a fast start for it, but it was through b-boying, like I was telling you earlier, that helped me out so much to elevate my levels, my skills, and just I already had the movement. I just needed to kind of learn a little bit more technique, stay a little bit tighter, and instead of dancing by yourself, now you're doing it with somebody, now there's somebody that you're actually trying to submit and stuff like that. So that was only the only little difference, but it was definitely not as hard as I thought it was gonna be. It made it easy, and it made it fun. It made a new challenge. So that was super fun, and when like I said, now that I'm with San Diego Combat Academy, it's super fun over there as well, and everybody motivates me, and everybody just kind of keeps on pushing me till I get better every day. And I'm super excited, and like I said, I'm just keep on progressing every day, and I see it, and it's beautiful to actually see it, see the progress, see my growth, and like I have a lot more room to like grow, but as long as I keep on progressing, as long as like I keep on getting better, that's what's gonna keep me motivated,
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, let the fans know where they can follow you on social media: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Oh yeah, on Twitter and on Twitter and on Instagram you can find me Boogeyman BOOGEYMAN _ TFS, like the freak show TFS, and on Facebook you can find me at Boogeyman TFS.
And right on, any sponsors you want to thank or shout out right now?
Yeah, definitely want to give a shout out to before that I want to give a shout out to all my teammates, Team Hurricane Awesome, San Diego Combat Academy, and Ten Planet Jiu-Jitsu, Ten Planet San Diego, and just Ten Planet Worldwide in general. Thank you guys for all the help. And I want to give a shout out to a couple of my sponsors, Tapper Sleep, Balex, Portland Beer Company, Full Force Fitness, and Rev Gear. Yeah, there you go. Rev Gear, and thanks to Lex, my manager, for helping me out. All my coaches, Eddie Bravo, Manolo, Bill Crawford, and Gio Martinez. And thank you guys.
Absolutely. Again, we'll be able to see you in action here September 26th. CBS Sports Network against Lavelle Simpson. Again, Richie, the Boogeyman Martinez, we appreciate you taking out time with us here on Punch the Face Radio.
All right, thank you, man.
All right, no problem at all. Best of luck here September 26th.
Yes, sir. I'll see you. Hopefully everybody's watching.
Absolutely. Again, thank you for coming on.
All right, thank you, guys.